Okay, so this is my evaluation over a thoracic or lumbar evaluation. So let's get started. So Taylor, why do you come in today?
So I was doing a deadlift in the weight room and I felt a pop in my lower back, and all of a sudden I just got like this pain and it just kind of hasn't gone away. And sometimes it'll feel better when I'm like extending, but if I'm bending over or anything, it'll just come right back, and I feel like lifting up objects and stuff and like lifting stuff off the ground really hurts.
Okay. Have you noticed, like, after this happened, does it hurt to like cough or to sneeze or anything like that?
Yeah, I have noticed that if I'm like sitting down and stuff, and if I like cough or if I sneeze or if I'm like laughing really hard, that pain comes back in my lower back.
Okay. And how would you like describe your pain? Is it kind of like a dull? Is it like achy? Is it like sharp?
Sharp when I'm like actively bending over or doing something.
Okay.
Other than that, it just is kind of dull, and I can notice it just in that area.
Okay, and if you were to rate your pain from 0 to being like nothing wrong, with 10 being like it's so bad we need to go to the hospital now, where would you rate that pain about?
When I'm like lifting stuff, probably like a 6 or 7 maybe, and then if I'm just kind of sitting around not doing anything, maybe like a 4 or 3.
Okay. And when did this happen?
Just a few days ago.
A few days ago. Okay. Have you been taking any medication to help treat pain or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. Let's see. Have you had any like radiating pain traveling down into any of your legs?
Yeah, I'll notice it sometimes when I'm bending over. Like it'll just like shoot down my leg, and
What kind of like pain would you describe that? Is it like a numbing, or is it like a burning, shooting pain, or?
kind of like a burning, shooting pain. Maybe a little bit of tingling, but.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have you flip onto your stomach for me on this table. And if you could turn the other way, actually. Have your. Oh wait. I gotta see where we're at here. Actually, no, that should work. Sorry. Okay, so now I'm gonna get into observation. So I'm just gonna lift this up a little bit. I don't notice any discolorization within the thoracic or lumbar spine. It doesn't appear to notice any obvious deformities. Let's see. There's no redness or anything like that. So we're looking good there. Now, if I could have you stand up real quick. So you said it hurts to flex. So can you just like slightly flex? That hurts?
Yeah.
Okay. And then how about if we extend? How does that feel?
Honestly, it feels a little bit better when I do
Does it?
this. Yeah.
Okay. And then if we like go to like laterally flex to one side, how's that?
I mean, pretty
So-
much the same as going straight back.
Okay. All right. Now I'll have you go back on the table for me. Onto your stomach, please. So, I didn't really. Obviously, she has pain in flexion. So now, going into our palpation, I'm just going to go ahead and palpate along her thoracic spinous processes, and then I will work down into the lumbar. And I don't feel any deformities. And then I do notice though that her erector spinae is pretty tight, and like there's some muscle spasm going on around the distal erector spinae. So I'm almost thinking, with pain with flexion, I'm almost thinking like a bulging disc. So I know sometimes the patient has tight hamstrings, could come along with a bulging disc. So I just want to palpate the hamstrings too. And these also feel tight as well. when palpating the hamstrings. And then I can go ahead, there's no like step off deformity noted upon palpation. There's no palpable edema or anything like that. So now, is there like an area where it's like it hurts more when I palpate, or not really?
Maybe a little bit of soreness, like
The lower I go, or
yeah,
Yeah.
in like the lower portion, but not like super painful.
Okay. Okay. So now that we've done our palpation, now we can move into our manual muscle testing. So for this, I'm going to just do like the glute max. So I'm going to bend her knee and then fixate on the opposite hip. And then what I'm gonna have you do is I'm just gonna have you lift your leg up for me. Yep, good, just like that. Set your glute max. We'll test bilaterally. Go ahead and do that again. Okay, and that seems to be good. Now we can move into our glute med and glute min. So I'll have you sideline facing that way for me. So for this one, I'm just gonna resist here, and you're just gonna lift straight up for me. Okay, that's our glute min. Now for glute med, I'm gonna go into a slight extension and then do the same thing for me. And that also seems to be good. So the glute muscles seem to have a 5 out of 5. Now I'm gonna have you go back on your stomach for me. And I'm also going to test the erector spinae. So I'm gonna be just holding the hamstrings, and you're just gonna go ahead and do like a Superman. You're gonna lift your body up for me. How's that?
It's okay, it doesn't hurt too bad.
Okay. And since she does have pain with flexion and it hurts a lot, I'm not going to be doing the abdomen muscles just because that would cause a lot of pain since I'm expecting a bulging disc. So now we can move into our special tests, and I know if I'm suspecting like a bulging disc, the sciatica is going to be a big special test that we're going to do. So I'm going to hit out those, but first I'm going to do very quick again, step off deformity, which is a special test, and there is none noticed there. And then I can also do like a springs test on the spinous processes and the transverse processes throughout the lower spine. And I don't seem to be noticing too much of an issue there. So then we can get into our sciatica special test. So what I'm gonna have you do is go over to your back, please. And we're just gonna start with our straight leg raise. So I'm just gonna have you lift your leg up, and you can notice that we're not able to get to the maximal end range of the range of motion due to tight hamstrings. And then if we keep going just a little more, are you experiencing any radiating pain going down your leg?
Yeah, a little bit.
Are you? Okay. Now what if I do bend your knee? Does that take away the pain a little bit?
A little bit, yeah, but not.
Okay. And then if I push right into the back of in the popliteal space, does that reproduce some of the pain there?
A little.
A little?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. We did Stranding. Trying to think of what other special tests that we can do. So, what I'm thinking, since she's really having pain with that flexion and just the mechanism of injury, how she was lifting a hex bar deadlift in the weight room and she felt that pop, and she has pain with sitting for long periods of time, has like coughing, it hurts to cough and sneeze. I'm leaning towards a bulging disc, so I'm gonna go ahead and refer this patient to a doctor to go ahead and get an MRI scheduled to confirm the diagnosis.